All right, so you're thinking about moving out of California. What are the steps you need to do to get your stuff ready to go? That's what we're talking about today. I'm moving out of Cali, Cali, Cali. I'm moving out of Cali. I don't think so. All right, so you're thinking about moving. You have a house to sell. That's really what we're talking about today. And there's a lot of control and logistics that you have to consider when you actually get to moving out of state. It's not just, hey, call a mover and they'll be there. There's some little things that I want you to be aware of along the way, and that's really what this whole video is all about. But first, we'll talk about the things to get your house ready to sell. Like, for one, get your honey-do list, right? I'm sure there's 15, 20 different things on your list of things that you have not repaired or gotten around to around the house. Now's the time to do it. I can think of 25, 26 different things that are on my list that, I just haven't gotten around to. I've just been so busy with work because everybody's moving. I just don't have the time to do the little tiny things, right? Because it's not just, I can paint and blah, 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 blah. It's having to get the bucket, make sure it's the right paint, make sure you have the right brush, and then you have to protect everything. And then setting up is 90% of it, right? So get to that honey-do list. Oh, just a little side note, there were more people that left California in 2020 than actually entered it. But there's still such a huge demand for buying houses right now because we have people that are living in apartments and condos or renting, and they're in a point right now in their career where they're getting promoted, they're getting more stocks to cash out, and then they can afford to buy because rates are crazy low right now. I mean, they're historically low. So that's why the market's still going crazy right now. So number two is you want to make your house shine. Now, I'm not talking about like spit shine, but what I'm talking about is making sure all those honey-dos are done, but also cleaning up, making sure your windows are clean, mirrors, bathrooms, bathtubs, toilets, anything that could have a mark on it, get rid of that mark. But I'm also talking about getting rid of cobwebs, screens. So a little common fact that I always like to point out there, when you're washing your windows, take your screens off and wash those too. If you're selling your house, keep your screens in the garage. Don't put them back on the windows. And the reason why is because a screen will take out 20, 30% of the light, and it'll make your room look that much brighter. Number three, hire a good realtor. Enough said. Number four, pack it. Now, I've said it in multiple other videos. If you don't use it, get rid of it. If you plan on using it, keep it, but put it away. And in this case, since you're moving, pack it and put it in your garage or in a storage unit until you actually do move. The idea is you actually want to get rid of as much stuff as you can out of your house to make it look as big and airy as possible, yet still livable. So there's a little bit of balancing act that you get to do. And number five, stay tuned, I have a bonus. Number five is pack like you're going on vacation. Because in fact, if you're moving down the street to another town, to Southern California, to another state, you do need to pack your stuff and get ready to go on a little vacation. You might go on a road trip, you might fly there or what have you, but you still have to have your toothbrush, your toothpaste, change of clothing for 5, 6, 7, 8 days, and paper towels, and washing, shampoo and soap and razors, all that other stuff. Because what happens when you move and your movers are delayed? You can run to the store, but then that's an inconvenience and it's a pain in the butt, and you're not prepared for it. But take my advice, pack like you're going on vacation, and it'll be a mini vacation for you. So here's a bonus. And I've been telling people this for the last couple of years, and my mindset's kind of changed a little bit on it. Stuff that you don't need, sell it. You can go on Craigslist, you can go on Facebook shopping or what have you. There's also an online auction company called Max Sold, which will actually take all your stuff and pack it into little lots and they'll sell it for you. Now it costs $300 to $700 or something, 3 or 7, I can't remember what it was. And then they take 30% of the total month, total stuff. But if there's stuff that you're not using, get rid of it. You can make some money off of it, right? And they'll do all that stuff for you instead of putting it on Craigslist and you have to meet strangers and all that other stuff. So think of that. And the reason why I'm telling you that is you want to reduce your household down to a very small truck or a very small pods. Because if you're moving, I don't know, 8,000 to 9,000 pounds of your stuff across the nation, you're going to pay for it. It costs upwards of $15,000 to $18,000 to send your stuff across the states. It's just a normal thing. And don't get caught up with the lowball movers. That's bonus right here. We sold a house to a family over down the street here early in August this year. And the sellers were bragging about how low their moving costs were. It was like $7,500 was the quote for the entire house to move to Indiana. And moving day came, moving day went, and then the next day they called them and said it's going to be $15,000. It's an unregulated industry, and these guys are criminals and they should be investigated. The last I heard, which was early December, they still haven't gotten their stuff. They charged them $15,000 and they're holding their stuff ransom. So be very, very, very careful. I have a video up here on my bad movers rant. Do me a favor real quick, take 2 seconds and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Also hit the like, the little thumbs up, and the little bell so you'll be notified of upcoming videos.